As the UN climate talks in Glasgow come to a close, the financial world is also concentrating on global heating and its effects. It's led to a rise in so-called ethical investing in recent years. But what actually is it, and can it make money? Matt Gooderick has more from London.
Ethical investing is going mainstream. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's recent announcement that they're joining a green investment fund as impact partners certainly underlines that. Investing according to ethical principles is all the rage. Environmental, social and corporate governance evaluations, or ESG, is featuring in more and more portfolios.
Particularly, I think, in about the last 2 years. Effectively, since the pandemic came along. And we've seen a lot of interest in ESG and ethical and related issues since then. And I think it's simply because people have realized, human life is short. We need to think about the kind of world that we'll be leaving to our grandchildren. And the way that I see it, ethical and ESG, sustainable investing, whatever you want to call it, is part of what business can do in that regard.
A global Sustainable Investment Alliance report found that green investments now total $35.3 trillion. That's more than a third of all assets. Demand for more ethical funds is growing. According to a survey by Royal Bank of Canada Global Asset Management, 94% of European investors now consider green issues when picking their portfolio. London's financial district is responding, but can a sustainable fund also be profitable?
I think the simple answer is yes, at least. Certainly in the equity space, we're noticing quite strong outperformance. And actually for less money on portfolios, you're paying less for your investment manager to make it happen. The effect is less clear on bonds, but it's still there. What's less clear is this like a growth or value effect, because growth has outperformed quite strongly over the past few years, and ethical investments tend to be of a more growthy nature. But even stripping that out, it looks like that you're getting something of a green premium with your investments.
But how can investors really ensure their money is going into something truly sustainable? Especially when some in the business world have been accused of greenwashing, a term used to describe misleading claims about the environmental sustainability of a firm's operations.
What are your principles? What are the ethical things that you're trying to move? Because your ethics probably aren't my ethics, and they're certainly not the ethics of the chief executive of Exxon Mobil or BP and Shell. So first of all, you've got to figure out what you want to happen, what are your main objectives, and then look for a fund that will target those and implement those for you. And that's easier said than done.
How scrupulous investors will be about their portfolios is really up to them. But it seems that these days you really can shake the money tree. Matt Gooderick, TRT World, London.